Welcome, everybody, to the Breachers VRML Season 1, Week 8. My name is Nightfire with two E's. I'll join you today for a top-tier battle. One after another, at least from my perspective, as we go from a match with Eternity to a match with AESIR. AESIR actually replacing Eternity as that #1 team in the overall NA division. An impressive achievement to accomplish at this stage, Week 8, and a team that, frankly, is really starting to get a reputation for themselves, in my opinion, as a really hard team to beat. This afternoon, we go Havoc Esports versus AESIR, with AESIR going 6-1 so far this season. Havoc Esports 8-3-1, respectively. And I really do think we're going to be in for a pretty exciting matchup this afternoon. Havoc putting in a lot of games this season and earning a solid space in the top 8, ranked 4 right there. But AESIR is a squad that has been playing together for a while now. It also really has very, very good core mechanics. AESIR is a team that's very solid at shooting, very good at grenade throws. They have very good fundamentals. And, that comes from a lot of playing matchmaking in pub lobbies and joining that ranked Discord. And, there's a lot that they're doing in terms of just playing regularly to hone in really good shooting skills. And it's something that we don't talk about a lot, but it's not easy to hit your shots in a game like Breachers when you're in VR and you have to really utilize your own hands to shoot the gun. So it's always impressive when you do have teams and players that really excel at the individual elements of the game in terms of shooting, grenade throwing, stuff like that. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what AESIR is going to bring to the table this afternoon, again up against Havoc Esports. And Havoc, we've only watched once so far this season. Otherwise, they are a team that's, again, been performing strongly, 8-3-1 so far on the season. And that's pretty impressive. That's a pretty solid initial performance there coming in the first 8 weeks. It's a lot of games, and to have that many wins. So few, it's a very, it's, the first place team, I guess, only has one loss. Eternity had one loss, now they have 2. This team has 3, they're 4th. You really can't afford to lose this, I suppose, at this point, if you want to be that #1 team in the region, but that is starting to change a little bit. As we get deeper into the season, I anticipate we may see more losses trickle into the top teams. So not to say that that's going to happen here today, but it very well could be. Havoc Esports could deliver AESIR their second loss of the season. Otherwise, AESIR is a team that really has cleaned through a lot of very good teams. Been the squad that's delivered good teams their one loss, their second loss, and I'm curious to see what Havoc are going to be bringing to the table this afternoon. We are just waiting for the lobby to fill up, and we will be jumping in to the action. We got 2 more for AESIR and 1 more for Havoc Esports, so it could be a couple of minutes before we do get into it. But if you are here, while you wait, you should go watch the other game. Leave this channel, go watch the other match that's being cast by Gibular Bob right now. And if you're coming from that match, welcome in, because I think that match also may be coming to a close soon off of a map 2W, if I'm not mistaken. We could do a little check here. Quick check in chat, too, while I find this get current score line. I see Asoria, Mika, Gods, Ducky, and Flair all tuning in. Yeah, Infinity 1 round away from taking the series. I don't think the timing's lining up quite yet where people are coming in from that match. We're time traveling. We're 3 minutes behind. Okay, there's a lot going on. And the lobby is starting to fill. We almost have 5 on 5 in lobby ready to go. We are just waiting a touch longer for everyone to jump in here. Everyone getting warmed up, getting loose, getting ready for the first round, which should start, I think if they're going to go by the rules, in 2 minutes. Right now we have a 4v4, which would be what we'd start into, but I imagine both teams will want 5v5 if they're both waiting for a fifth. We had yesterday, I think we started and they joined as the round was starting. Their fifth joined. So, yeah, you can delay, I guess, as long as you do want. But we'll see. We shall see again. Catch the tail end of the series that you may be missing right now. And I guess at this point, it's probably already finished. So, you're too late. Or Phil's team has gotten another round. I'm happy to see, I think, what is it, Devour Esports. With Phil there playing. Always love to see the casters being represented in game, playing in the league. I myself do not participate on a team or play in the league actively, and that's simply because I choose to focus on casting. Some of you choose to focus on playing. That's where we like to be, and I do really enjoy bringing the commentary and casting the action. And really have been appreciating a lot of the positive feedback coming in from teams and players and folks in chat. I really do appreciate all of the shout-outs and all the positive messages. I see the Discord shout-outs. I see the Nightfire is my favorite. I see the Phil and Martini is my favorite too, and that's okay. You can have favorites. I'm just happy that we have a variety of casters that are your favorite, because we really do have a fantastic casting desk in this season with Phil, Martini, Jonesy, a lot of people stepping up doing cast. Gibular Bob coming in and really being a really excellent new addition to the team. And so really happy to ultimately bring the commentary to you folks at home. And happy that you do enjoy it at the end of the day. Keep your eyes peeled for a interview coming out Monday with me and the AESIR squad. Give you a little bit of a better insight into how they operate. Felt like, to me, it was a bit chaotic. And so I'm curious to see if I can kind of, now knowing the inner sort of workings of the team, how they kind of operate, I'll be able to determine kind of their play style a little bit better. But it was fun. We got a good perspective into what who the AESIR team players are and how they operate, and I didn't interview the whole squad. I think they do have a deep roster of 8 or so. But I am getting a message. And yeah, it does look like we are going to be on a bit of an extended delay. I think they're going to go... I thought you had to play... Yeah, you can't... I think you can't do a mid-round timeout in Breachers, so I believe... that if they both agree that they can use a timeout now. The messaging I'm getting is that in 10 minutes time they will have, both teams will have their 5th player. So it means that we will go to a brief intermission and return in 10 minutes. We'll do this whole thing over again, a little bit quicker, and then we'll jump into the start of round 1. Hopefully it doesn't take the full 10 minutes, and we'll come back as soon as both teams have 5. But we are going into a 10-minute timeout right now, and ideally when we come back, it'll be the start of round 1 between Havoc, Esports, and AESIR. Don't go anywhere.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Havoc Esports versus AESIR matchup. We are just about ready to hop into map number 1 of the series, as we've been patiently waiting to get in to our first map in Hideout, or Factory, excuse me. And I was just getting distracted because we do have a bot in place for the AESIR squad right now, coming in on the pistol round at least. My understanding that they do have a 5th en route for the AESIR team, but they're not home yet or on their way home. And so AESIR, the #1 team in the league, is starting 4v5 against Havoc Esports, and Havoc has to capitalize on this opportunity, get that bot down early, find a nice easy kill. And there's the first bit of credits into the pocket of the Havoc team, and look at that, Taquito joins as the bot goes down and will not be able to impact the round. But they do have 5 now, so the timing, just seconds away from being able to pull back bot's moves. Instead, though, it's 4v5, and AESIR focused on breaching through the hatch here. One in server room, rest of the team focused and waiting around for the window peek, with Wabez on a roam still on this upper floor. They have to know they're up here. Well, maybe they don't. Obviously, the bot can't communicate. But Wabez did kill the bot up on this top floor. Looks like A-site push starting to come through. Tech 9 and Plunge fly in. Tech 9 will go down to multiple shots from Hyja and Smile and the rest of the defense that's stacked up inside A. 2 dead, wall opened. Red will get picked apart, and Dest alone in a 1v5. Peek there for Dest to catch one, but a good bit of aggression from Hyja will catch Dest out, and a 4 alive defense for round 1 for Havoc Esports opens things up nicely for them. Definitely a strong start, but AESIR now have at least all 5 of their team connected and playing for round 2 in the foreseeable future. And so maybe a little bit more coordination able to come into play for the remaining rounds, as Taquito warms up the aim by aiming at their teammates. 2 rifles and an Omen on the Havoc side seems to be a pretty standard meta round 2 purchase. It's not an overcommitment, but it does put you into a spot where you've got more than just 2 rifles. You got that extra Omen element there to throw in the front line. And then you're saving cash as well. Wabez will save a little bit of extra money there. In comparison, AESIR coming in with all Spectrals, and Dest not even buying into a pistol. That's because they picked up the drone as Tech 9 flies the corner, catches one of 2 pistol users for the Havoc team. Dest must have been low on ammo on their gun, is able to grab gun of their opponent. Maybe they were hoping it was more than just a pistol. Maybe they're hoping it was the Omen. As Wabez on the backside, and Hyja through the hole in the wall catch kills. Nice bit of a flanking out. Explosion Max will catch a desk trying to push in, and AESIR getting absolutely picked apart trying to break through the Havoc Esports defense. Plunge, waiting for Tech9 to rotate. And Plunge will catch one. Tech will get another. There's a double! AESIR in control. They have rifles in hand. A heal for Tech9. And down goes Wabez in a massive swing. Whoa! What? With a double kill trip mine. And so... Oh my gosh. AESIR do not carry the 2 rifles through to the round. 2 kills go post-mortem to Havoc Esports, and Des doing a little bit of this. Yeah, a little bit of that. Tough stuff. A round win still, but everybody. I don't think that's the first time I've ever seen. That's the first time I've ever seen everybody dead at the end of a round. A double kill with a trip mine. After, I mean, wow. Full buys coming in from, interestingly enough, just AESIR. Havoc, because they can't carry in that rifle investment through to the next round, really hurting here. So that's actually a very big swing. But again, that Omen buy, you can see Wabez had just enough to buy into the Vezin. And so it's all part of that eco management where, yeah, they are down to 3 rifles, but at least they have 3 rifles. Drone work coming in. Hatch opened up. Pretty standard stuff to get ready for a entry. Pretty standard stuff on defense too in terms of positioning with Explosion Max. Ready and waiting for an entry into the locker room as Wabez lays down some fire. Explosion will stay crouched as foam goes onto the A wall. And no concern about flank at the moment. I say that Tech9 may be setting out for one. Blizzard catches a wallbang headshot. And there's the door blocker getting knocked down, and Tech9 shooting themselves. I don't know what happened there, but it seemed like Explosion and hit them with pistol shots. Either way, it's a 3v4. And ultimately, Havoc have fended off the AESIR push so far. Plunge doing a little bit of scouting work. Red will catch Hyja Floosh. Taquito looking for something at B. And they know everyone's here on B site, so the plant goes down onto A. AESIR get it down despite the disadvantage, and a good nade pushes Smile and Blizzard off from an early rotation that enables AESIR to drop back and defend everything, culminating into a plant and now a good defensive hold. That nade was huge. It saved that plant and the fall back from it. One v 3, Smile in a tough spot, and AESIR just needed their 5th on this team to put them into a 2-1 lead. A massive comeback off of a full buy round from Havoc on defense. And yeah, AESIR are going to win this. And it makes sense actually for Smile to do this, to not push and try and defuse and hold on to this Vezin because they need this rifle to carry through. And AESIR similarly so want to carry their rifles through. All economy management, safety play, and ultimately a much more strong win for AESIR, coming out 3 rifles, EMP plant, and that round win. Their economy will be very solid. At least Havoc can get 2 rifles and 2 omens, but you're seeing them not come at AESIR with the full force of a full kit because they simply can't. They'll be coming up on this is their second consecutive loss. So if they lose here, I just don't. They're going to be in a bad spot after this too, if they do not win. So they're going to really need to pull some kills out of that magic hat. And the round number, where are the rounds? Round 4, I guess there it was in front of me. Didn't it used to show the rounds underneath the time? Am I going crazy? Anyway, go away from where there's no action and over to where Dest and Taquito are taking damage, and Dest is catching the first kill onto Havoc. B site seems to be the play. And a lot of utility coming out from AESIR here. Like I said, they're a team that really has good fundamentals of the game, and so when it comes to grenade tosses and ultimately just connecting with kills, you do see them really exceed as a team. I mean, the double kill with the Spectral is a good example. Plunge finding the headshot on the Smile is a good example. Haija, a good refrag. Just to keep things close, and Wabez is on a rotation on a flank. They'll find one. Intelligently drop back instead of overstaying their welcome and just take the fact that they've evened the odds 3-3. On the backside, a little bit of a pinch coming in, and Wabez looking for something here, looking for a slice, definitely extending out and getting aggressive. Plunge will catch Haija, and now Wabez is a bit out of position. EMP is going down. Explosion Max tries to push out, but can't. Wabez goes down, and a nice kill there. Can't find the double, and AESIR's on a 3-round win streak. I need to start cutting more replays. Do apologize. Let's take a look. I suppose at this point, well, no, people probably still aren't trickling in from the series that's already going on right now. There's another game live if you're not aware. It's in a map 3. Filibust is playing. Okay, so you're gonna want to see it. Go tune in. Gibular Bob's casting. It's not one you want to miss. Okay. AESIR here performing to the standards of and expectations of the community. The community votes were heavily in favor of AESIR this afternoon. But, man, they came back big off of that round 2 double kill with the pistol on the pinch. Drone work to assess. There's a shotgun user lurking in the midst. They won't find one. Instead, they'll find Special Max and Wabez there. And they're double droning now to gain the information so they can get the drones in far enough. Tech9 also droning. I don't think I've ever seen a double drone coming in, but they have all of the data they could possibly want about locker room here, and 5 still alive for AESIR as they drop down through the hatch and prepare the A-site push. Full buy, may I say, for Havoc. Minus, I suppose, Smile. Nade toss, and Tech9 pushes past the nade. Out aggressive. Tech9 missed the syringe, so that might as well be lost to eternity. Oh, no, they find it. Despite Wabaz being a threat, they're able to pick that up. And continue their push in to now B, it seems. Blizzard catching a good one. Dest and Red reinforcing onto B, and Wabaz continuing to poke and prod off of that corner. Like A-Site suffering a bit. Smoke comes through, and Dest will push through. Red will throw that hollow on and catch the kill. The smoke is here. The plant's coming down through the smoke onto B-Site. Blizzard and AESIR are going to have to retake with Plunge. Laser focused on that swing on a long angle. Locker room in control by the duo of Red and Des, but now it's just Red. Nice pick up there. And Blizzard's alone in the 1v2 retake time ticking down. They'll have to push in here soon. Red is tucked in. It's going to be such a hard swing for Blizzard, but they have to move, or they eco. Save the rifle, take it to the next round. At this stage, is it right to push? I don't know. They wouldn't have had enough time to find the double kill, get the defuse. You might as well have just taken the rifle through to the round. Well, maybe. There's a lot of time still, but hey. Close enough, I suppose, and AESIR on a clean streak here, 4 rounds in a row. It does mean that Havoc should have enough to buy into this round, but only partially, as it seems. Means Omens, RCPs, and a couple of rifles. Ooh, the Knut coming in. As Havoc's trying to salvage their defensive set here on Factory. I think it is Martini that says Factory leans itself more into the offensive side. But I've heard it from others as well. I think Phil agrees, and there's, I think Gibb has said Factory leads itself to the offensive side. So, does that to the point? Maybe Havoc can pick things up a little bit. Going on the attack on the back half, which we are 1 round away from getting to. Couple of trades down on B side. Another one for Taquito. Smile swings, looking for the double, but doesn't find it. And AESIR are here to play, looking to get another round in the pocket. Explosion Max, the only thing separating this team from a win, and they have a Knut and a Dream and a 1v3 as they'll push in on the backside. Finds one, can't get the second. Taquito's there. And that's the first half into AESIR's hands, 5-1. 5 rounds in a row. And 2 more for AESIR makes map 1 a clean 7-1 victory. Havoc not been able to get their footing since the otherwise solid defensive start on the pistol round, but you got to be able to do more than pistol rounds. And we'll see if Havoc can do that. They go onto the attacking side. Like I said, maybe swapping sides will enable Havoc to do a similar effective offensive set as AESIR, go 5-1 at least to tie it. Ideally, they're going to want to go 6-0, though, to take the map. And that is no small task. It starts with the pistol round, which is coming up in 15 seconds as we swap sides, reset economies, and go to a new and fresh objective. Interesting tidbit from the Eternity interview coming in the future weeks was the comment on the randomness of the bomb sites, and that it would be nice to be able to choose which site you're defending. love to see, and I'd love to see a bunch of sort of these. There's a lot of changes that I think players would like to see. And a lot of room for Breachers to grow as a game. It really, if anything, has me excited for the future of Breachers in terms of just even new maps. Things like that, as I do have to change focus back into the action. Already an early push coming in. Red finds the first kill. Hyja with a refrag to Tech9 on a quick corner peek. And Des finds the long angle. EMP down. Explosion Max getting pushed by Tech9. They'll go down, and now the EMP. Don't know if it was identified by Tech9, but they are defending it. Havoc not having an easy time as Plunge picks up a 1-2 tap and Smile left to try and clean up the top floor roam, but Red says no thank you, and AESIR sprinting to a 7-1 map 1 win, and if this pace continues, a clean map 2. Quite frankly, with how much momentum they have going right now, it's possible. And so we'll have to see. Pretty heavy buy from AESIR as well. Utility, double rifle, health syringes, Tech9 and Taquito. Take a look at the scoreboard. Probably a kill leaders. No, not really. If anything, you'd want to give it to Tech9 and Plunge, but maybe Taquito feeling confident and maybe utilizing that. Havoc understanding the situation in front of them, committing into a full buy as well, but not quite as strong. Hoping that in the close quarters, pushing B site, they'll be able to find some effectiveness out of these SMGs. But B site can be scary if you linger too long, especially with a team like AESIR, who's not afraid to push and challenge as Tech9 pushes and challenges and catches a triple. Almost a quad. Plunges here, finds the fourth. And Wabez not even able to get back or in to the action before their entire team's gone, and map 1 looking like it's going into AESIR's hands. Red flies out the window to catch Wabez, and AESIR take map 1. A very impressive, real comeback that started with round 2. They were down and out. They had the disadvantage, the rifles on defense, and a huge double kill flank with the pistol to put up AESIR 1-1. The double trip mine ultimately makes it so that they would have gone in even. Yeah, it's just there's no good way out of that out of losing round 2 like that. I guess, and that's the real risk of investing in round 2, which is what we've seen teams do pretty consistently and win doing it. But the off chance you lose that investment in round 2, you're in a really bad spot because your opponent has just saved 2 rounds, essentially. And then they won, so they have so much money. So they're going to full buy. You're not able to full buy as a team. It's that's an interesting risk. And while we wait for the squads to ready up for map number 2, we'll take a quick look At the awesome in-game branding that's been provided to us by Triangle Factory. We really do appreciate the support they've shown the VRML so far this season, and we're looking forward to the skins that are in the works right now. Some really cool initial designs that we've worked up that I really want to get into your hands and ultimately show to you guys so you know what is on the line, because there's a skin that's going to be coming out in-game that'll be purchasable with credits. That is a VRML skin, and then there's a exclusive skin that can only be earned by qualifying in the top 8 of your respective region. It's ultimately what all of these teams are competing for in this regular season, at least partially, as there's also now over 9,000 in cash and hardware coming in from a variety of sponsors. But you can see here on the ladder, these teams, 2 squads that are definitely in contest for that top 8 position. AESIR not one that wants to lose that newly earned first place spot in the ladder, and so they come in strong with a map 1 win 7-1. But Havoc are right there, rank 4, and fighting to get higher. We'll see if they can do it on Skyscraper as they go on the attack. AESIR defend, and ultimately AESIR in a pretty good spot to be able to go into defense on Skyscraper off of 7 rounds in a row on Factory. Definitely have a bit of momentum and the defensive advantage in your favor as an AESIR player. So that nade does a little bit of damage. The action going to unfold around this entry point. You can see the teams slowly working their way up. Red, actually, the first to find some kills. Desk gets picked off by Smile. And a fight unfolds with Red actually rotating off of the stairs after finding that kill. Blizzard's going to look up and try and assess where that threat came from. But that's the risk of waiting around too long on a map like Skyscraper. There's so many routes to be flanked and pinched on. And you can see Havoc's doing well to continue their press, but they're running into a ready defense. Plunge and Taquito fighting off this push forward, and it's now a 2v3 scenario for Havoc Esports. Seconds left. Clock is ticking. Red almost identifying. There's the 1-2 tap from Explosion, but there's the 1 tap from Red, and now a 1v2 with Red waiting for this swing, and they'll find the kill. Puts AESIR up with the pistol round in hand, and 1-0 on Skyscraper. 6 rounds to go before they take the series and solidify themselves in that first place position on the NA ladder. Already there after a loss on Eternity's side, their second loss all season. But a loss on Eternity's side that does push AESIR up to that first place spot, and they ultimately are defending that first place title right now as they compete against Havoc. And so talked about sponsors. We have a variety of them. Our newest sponsor, VR Cover. Please do check them out. They offer fantastic comfort options for any of your VR devices. They really enhance the cushion on the headset. They have different facial interfaces for different devices. Please do go check them out. Again, that's VR Cover. They do have Quest 3 interfaces coming, so keep your eyes peeled for those as well. But they're just one of, I think, 5 or 6 sponsors now contributing into an over 9,000 in hardware and cash prize pool. I guess the better way is 9,000 in cash and hardware. Otherwise, what's 9,000 in hardware? I mean, right? Anyway, the push coming in as Havoc looking to try and break through this momentum barrier they find themselves facing. Tech9 will catch a double. Triple? No. Des looks for more. There's one with the Taurus. There's more potentially in store as Hyja and Wabez get completely surrounded by utility and the aggression of an AESIR squad, and Havoc have no chance of working out of the server room with AESIR swarming around to take the round and go up 2-0. Havoc gotta be hurting right now, but you have to stow away those emotions. It's been 9 unanswered rounds in a row, but there's been some hard fight coming in from the Havoc Esports squad, as you'd expect of a team that's ranked 4th in the regular season ladder. We'll see if they can focus here, where we have the full buy, their eco of 2 rounds in pocket. And if they can make something happen on offense. It's not easy to do on Skyscraper, no less. So going up against a team that, again, has that 7-round-in-a-row momentum and the defensive advantage on Skyscraper, like I said at the start of the series, the start of the map, definitely a tall order. But there's a team to be able to do it. Havoc Esports certainly can and is one of them. First kill, make it a double. They may even look for more now as they continue their roam. They'll get picked off by Blizzard, who's ready and waiting, and a 1-for-2 exchange. That's exactly what that forward offender is looking for on their initial push. They want to ultimately, even a 1-for-1 trade in some cases can be a net positive. You can see, though, this roamer has now thrown a little bit of concern into the Havoc squad, as every corner could be a corner with a threat around it. And again, that's Skyscraper. Multi-leveled, compact. At any point, someone can go up a floor, down a floor, and rotate behind you. It is why you see teams move so cautiously through this space, because you're worried about the stairs. You're worried about the open bottom floor. You're worried about the back stairs. You're worried about a flank through the hallway. So many different concerns, even when you're attacking. And not usually the case if you think about a map like Hideout or Factory, where you're ultimately breaching from the safety of the outside in a lot of cases on a lot of different objectives. Sights open. Taquito finds a triple, and nobody's allowed inside. AESIR go up 3-0, and they're looking for the perfect 6-0 opener on Skyscraper to set themselves up. Havoc go back into the economic slums and will not be able to buy into solid meta weapons for round 4. In comparison, AESIR definitely solid on their economy, with several thousand apiece for each player, even after full buying and picking up utility. You can tell this AESIR team really flowing as they continue to play and get into this 8th week of the season. Despite having that lack, I would say lack of readiness without having your full roster ready for the scheduled start time, but still, even with that, it didn't seem to impact this AESIR team, and I suppose that's what I should suspect. Well, I suppose that's what I should expect from this AESIR squad. Especially with what the compliments that Eternity gives them. And coming from Eternity, that should mean something. The nice nade there shuts down the door blocker, and counter nade comes in from Plunge. They won't connect. The Havoc trying to make something work. Tech 9 getting up in the face. And we'll lose face. Explosion catches the headshot. Plunge with a quick refrag, denying entry through the doorway, through the window. And despite Noman being on the floor there, Blizzard's still using the pistol, a 1-for-1. As Red quickly catches the refrag onto the SMG kill, and AESIR lose 2. Maybe it's because of aggression like this, where Dest pushing out onto the duo here, trapped in this garden fountain. So trapped that Wabez is active camoed and tucked into a dark corner outside because Dest is on the hunt. Now they know the location, and look at that. The pings come in and shots. I don't know how Red had that angle, but they found it from Red Connect, and AESIR are up 4-0. This is the #1 team. Havoc is a team that has been playing very good. I think it's important to put into perspective the strength of this AESIR squad right now, because Havoc have been winning. I think they're on a 3-game win streak. Yeah. They beat Indomitable, they beat Ling, they beat One Crew. Good squads. Recently losing to Dinkington City. Not recently, but outside of that, they've had early losses in the early part of their season and really have been winning a lot in the back half. Well, the last couple of weeks, I say the back half, but we're only in the front half of the season. One for one. Havoc continue to chip away at AESIR. Almost every moment. Heiza catches the kill on the backswing. Pretty nice. Dest will quickly find the Smile trying their hand at the swing through. They'll find the kill. And AESIR kind of giving away a round, but Taquito could very well clutch up, so not over just yet, but the 1v3 is in hand here. Wabez goes down. Explosion Max swings. The heal comes through onto Taquito to keep them alive. They're looking for the fight, but Smile splits the attention. Finds the headshot, and Havoc put one on the board. This may be, I mean, an EMP plant too. They're going to be in control of their economy. Oh, not really though. No. Enough to get 4 rifles and then have their other teammate eco and get the utility. Yeah, it's that EMP plant pulled was actually vital for them to be able to afford the weapons they have now. Yeah, in the full buy for Havoc, they'll be able to afford everything. They could very well put 2 on the board here on offense, and that could be enough. AESIR certainly have been running on, again, 11 unanswered rounds until that point there. But with the way that Skyscraper works, I really do think that Havoc may have more than just a foot in the door here if they can get round 2. What? Plunge gets caught. Playing catch. Showing off. And it costs them a 1-for-1. Fortunately, the team had others paying attention. Bathroom in control. Number 4v4. Ooh, and Taquito. Wallbang headshot. Haija goes down to Red. Explosion goes down to Tech 9. Wabez finds one. Worried about the push and the threat for more, and should be as Des pushes through to a smoke. AESIR just barreling in. Unafraid. And maybe trying to say that one round on offense was a fluke. We'll see, because again, I think it's defensive sided, so Havoc, they can lock in a pistol round here. We'll be on a good start to a clean 6-0 set on defense and Skyscraper. Not an easy task against the #1 team in the region. Oh. Hopefully that's just me. And we didn't lose the server. Okay, bear with me. I think that was just me. Or maybe not. No? I still see him going. Okay. We're back. It's fine. Nothing happened. Pistol round. We swap sides. Everything's fresh. Havoc on the defense in a must-win round. Oh, look at that. Nade! It's not. It is. Just enough to get a kill. Lyle gets caught out because there's one more lingering in the ventilation. An aggressive setup from Haija. Wabez on their own static emitter doesn't slow them down. And Haija continuing to peek, looking for the fight with Taquito, but in the meantime, they've lost so many. Wabez finds one, Haija finds Taquito. Red will pick up Explosion, and it puts us into a 1v2. The pistol round needs to go into the hands of the defense here. As Red will look for some action. Wabez taking shots. Red pushes forward, and a nice swing around the back corner from Wabez. The start for Havoc. With the pistol round in the books, they definitely have an opportunity to take or a tie map 2 here. We've seen them squander that opportunity before because AESIR's a tough team to take rounds against, which I suppose gives even more credit to a squad like Eternity, which gives even more credit to a squad like Devour Esports, who did tie map 2. Spoiler alert. I don't know what the rest of the series is or how that went, but I know they tied map 2. Plunge continuing to dance and celebrate. Get ready for another round, and maybe wasn't too concerned about the mid catch death that they had around before. Maybe it's that, or now they were stretching. Who knows? Hard to tell. When you're looking at it through VR. Smile will go and find 1, 2, almost 3, but plunge. With Blizzard, ooh, yeah, it's a good distraction there. Draws plunge off the window just by breaking that top window. 5 left alive to the 3 of AESIR. AESIR coming into this looking for really just damage. At least with how they're playing now, it seems like they didn't necessarily have the intention of trying to execute on a EMP plant. Instead, just wanted to find picks, overwhelm opponents, pick up a Vezin or 2, and clutch like they had in the past. Blizzard will find Taquito, and Nade goes down to Dest, and that finds Dest. A beautiful 1-2 punch from Blizzard puts Plunge on the top floor alone in a 1v4. 3 Vezins. Havoc went big on the investment here, but it seems like it's going to pay off unless Plunge can pull off a miraculous clutch. Footsteps likely heard there by Plunge, but actually, if they're going to go up against anyone, it would be Blizzard with the pistol. Could be the start. From there, it's taking 3 Vezins down with the Spectral against a team that's not been in... I don't know. AESIR's been playing pretty good. They're going to try and get the EMP. And there's Blizzard waiting on the short corner. The 1-2 tap from them puts Plunge down, and Havoc have 2 in the books. Slowly crawling their way back. And like I said, maybe that one offensive round that was sprinkled in amongst otherwise a very well-fought defense from AESIR. Maybe that one round for Havoc will be enough. We'll have to see. They still have to put up a perfect defensive set, and maybe AESIR, now that they're... Oh, wow, they're not buying, actually. What did they do? Oh, he just swapped sides. And that was the pistol round. No. What did AESIR buy last round that puts them in a position where after 2 losses in a row, they don't have enough to buy rifles? Maybe they bought SMGs? I don't know. But we're in to round 9. And it's another eco round from AESIR. Blizzard Smile getting caught out, trying to push in the late entry through the windows from AESIR gets shut down, and Havoc suddenly looking just like AESIR were on defense. Clean, calm, in control, economy firmly in their favor, and ultimately dominating the defensive set here. AESIR are full buying now, though, and maybe that will be the ticket for them to get their foot into the door, so to speak, and get ever closer to a series win. Just 2 rounds to go for them. If you are just tuning in, the overall series 7-1 in favor of AESIR on Factory, and if they can take Skyscraper, they'll take the series. Otherwise, currently, Havoc are fighting back for a chance at least a tie in Map 2, ideally a Map 2 victory to take them into a Map 3 decider. Up against a team that's only lost 1 time so far in the regular season. AESIR currently 6-1. Havoc Esports 8-3-1. Smile right around the corner. Will spring a double kill trap onto the entrance of AESIR. Plunge and Tech9 go down, and the full buy round not going as well as they hope. Red maybe looking to help even the odds. Dest with a 1-2 punch. Wabez shuts that down. Not before Taquito can make their way inside. Smile finds a double kill as Red tries to pinch in as well. And we're tied 5-5. Havoc barreling towards a map 2 win. AESIR not going to be able to buy in to this round, and all Havoc need to do is win here to guarantee us a map 3 for the series. I had a feeling we may well go to a map 3, but I wasn't sure it was going to go all the way, but now I feel like I nearly am. A very partial buy from AESIR on offense where they have not been looking very strong, and frankly Havoc proving the point that this map really lends itself to the defense. And I mean both teams, I suppose, proving the point that this map lends itself to defense, because AESIR also put up a clean 5-1 defensive set themselves. But, man, Havoc looking really good. Off of 11 unanswered points, suddenly Havoc have 4 in a row and full control of the series, really. Wabez finding the first kill. Explosion with a double, and now AESIR down to Plunge and Dest. Big double kill from Plunge, though. Or even 2v2. Dest on the roof, rotating to connect with their teammate, hopefully, and both defenders ready and waiting for a push from Plunge. Door blocker still not down. Maybe Plunge didn't want it down. And then Blizzard will peek to get some info. Finds Plunge. Is still waiting. And it is indeed Plunge waiting for Dest to reinforce them. If they do things right, it'll be a 1-2 push from the duo. Blizzard still waiting. Corner. And we'll catch the first. Drop back through the door blocker. Smiles ready and waiting for that door blocker to go down. Plunge caught off guard and caught dead. Havoc take it to 6. Guarantee us a third map in the series. And are close to taking map 2. Quite the series to tune into this afternoon. And a quick shout out to everybody that is stopping by. If you are tuning in here, we do appreciate your support. I see Pink Flamingo / Dynamite, Cosmic Parasite, Toxic Drop, Baymask, Blix ZY. What else I miss? Blue Assists. Thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action today. It certainly has been an exciting series, and Havoc Esports are delivering this afternoon. A strong defensive set, looking to make it a perfect defensive set. Apologies. Liquids there as we get into the setup phase for the last round. Ooh, and wait too long. And that was some kills. Wabez doing a little bit of damage done to them. Haja finding a kill or two, and the rest of the AESIR squad setting up to push into A. Good utility toss is coming in. That's a nice nade. Everyone's still healthy on AESIR. And Red finds a good headshot on to Haja. Plunge goes down, though, to Blizzard. And Taquito going to try and push into A site. They'll find all three just like that, and it's tied. 6-6 map 2. No winner here. (7-1) map 1. So clean by AESIR. But map 2 just slipped out of their grasp, and they were able to get that final point. But it was just 1 point. And so it's a tied map 2. It means we're headed for a map 3 in this series. And look at the KDs. Red with 17. Smile with 18. Crazy shooting from Havoc and AESIR there. Red and Smile. That is quite impressive. But Havoc will indeed tie map 2. And what do we do for map 3? Who knows, but it decides the series. Skyscraper's gone. Factory's gone. All that's left is Hideout and Ship. And if I were to be I don't know, maybe Havoc takes it Ship because they're playing on the idea that AESIR doesn't like the map. We'll have to see. We'll have to see as the teams get ready. Let them know they're not waiting on me, but a quick map 2 done in 30 minutes. I guess not quick. 6-6. But not a long map 2. I don't know. Regardless, an exciting series to tune into. So again, I appreciate all the folks tuning in, stopping by, and enjoying the action so far. Again, I appreciate the positive comments in chat as I'm just kind of taking a quick look. And just trying to get details on if we're headed into another timeout or if these squads are ready to jump right into map 3. Looks like we're headed right into map 3, and it's going to be on Hideouts to wrap up this series. We got AESIR on the attack, Havoc on the defense. And with how well AESIR played the attack on Factory, I anticipate them to be putting up a pretty good contest here, especially on a Hideout. So Havoc got a tall order in front of them. If anything is doable, they can, well, if they want to win the series, the best they can do is go 7-0 map 2, which would then tie the whole series, and they would win based off of the amount of rounds won. If they don't do that, and AESIR take at least 2 rounds, then AESIR will be the team that wins in points. Don't worry about the math, just enjoy the action as AESIR breaches it into B site. Nice nade. Explosion will push off the double push and allow Explosion to catch the kills. A nice refrag from Taquito. And we're fighting the rest of the fight in the basement stairs. Red will find the kills, and AESIR will win the round. EMP plant will go down, and a clean pistol round into the hands of AESIR on their offensive set. Puts them in a spot where they can buy a couple of rifles, some drones, get a bit of utility, some grenades, and a Havoc. Feel maybe a familiar situation coming at them, as Factory did not go the way that they were hoping, I'm sure. And AESIR really performed well on the offense. At the very least, a learning experience for Havoc, and you really got to seize moments like this when you do go up against a team that is as good as AESIR or Eternity to learn and try and become better and try and improve as a team and a player. It's a hard task and not an easy thing to do, as Taquito is doing a little dance in there. Happy about the performance of their pistol round, I'm sure. Maybe not so much on the skyscraper set, but hey, not everything can go perfectly as a full court press here from the AESIR squad comes through. Nades over the top, force Blizzard off. EMP plant comes down and is in a spot that's easily defendable. And as it goes down, nades come out. Taquito does get caught out, but not before the plant goes down. Des sprinting forward finds one. I'll be looking for Blizzard next, but Blizzard vaults up and gets to a little bit of an off position. Ready for the aggression. Des with a good crouch shot will catch the kill there. Explosion Max now alone in a 1v4 on defense, and AESIR again in control of the series. They go up 2-0, and now the momentum swinging back into their hands. It's going so well for Havoc as they, again, really did dominated their defensive set. Really played quite well on the defense there. Looked just like AESIR in terms of confidence and performance. But now suddenly AESIR shaking things off with a tie on map 2 says we're not going to lose the series. We are that #1 team